because you just have a wonderful way of expressing yourself, and I really appreciate it. And just wanted to take a few minutes to call you and tell you that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have a great day, and I look forward to listening to the rest of the discussion.
You have a great day, too.
Thank you, Stan. By the way, Grady, I'm going to go ahead and infringe on your kind nature here. Would you be open to guest hosting for me sometime when I'm not here, when I'm on vacation?
Oh, Austin.
You've done it before. I know it's been a few years, but it's like a bicycle. You hop back on it. And AB's sitting right there will handle all the equipment. All you have to do is answer or talk into the microphone.
We'll consider that.
Okay. Yes. All right. I'd love to have you in. Let's say hello to Nathan in Augusta, who's been patiently on hold for a while. How are you, Nathan?
Hey, Austin. How you doing?
Wonderful.
I've been listening to your show for many, many years. I started listening at it when I was in jail at 401.
So you were a deputy, or were you in custody?
I was an inmate there.
Oh, really? And so you listened to us down at 401 in custody, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I enjoy listening to you. I'm like a lot of other people. I don't agree with everything you say. And sometimes it seems like you kind of waver more to the side that, like you say, you are conservative. I called mostly because I heard a young lady speaking about how black people have not taken advantage of opportunities. And my opinion is that if the Jews who she mentioned and the Asians that she mentioned had been held hostage, captive, and slaves for 400 years and then released and say, okay, now you have an equal opportunity. You got me?
I understand that, but a lot of the Asian folks, they don't have ancestors who were oppressed. They themselves were oppressed and got over here and have done famously well. There are very few people, and again, because Grady is 70 years old, he can remember riding in the back of the bus. But 95% of the folks that were acting out at Cherry Tree Crossing are younger than me, and they've got no excuse.
Okay, I beg your pardon. I'm not really referring to Cherry Tree Crossing. I'm 60 years old, and I have watched conservatives and whites in particular be diagnosed with anxiety, stress, depression, and everything else. Black folks should have every one of those things constantly, and including post-traumatic stress disorder.
I will agree. I will agree that for every white person that's got an excuse like stress and depression, we're not allowed to use that word, but go ahead. You recall the N word.
I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, in my neighborhood, when a truck would come through with white kids and older people, fantastic, we call them back then, and call us names like that and throw bottles at us. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I remember going to H.L. Green, getting off the bus to pay my mother's bills, walking to Woolworths, and not being able to sit at the counter. But I could purchase stuff through the store, and they would accept my money, but I couldn't sit down and eat a burger. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I recall seeing signs, white only for water, white only for the bathroom, colored this, colored that. Post-traumatic stress disorder. And I'm supposed to be a well-balanced, law-abiding.
Well, Nathan, let me ask you. Not everybody that went through what you went through responded with criminal activity and post-traumatic stress disorder.
Now, talking about criminal activity, not talking about your dope dealers and your drugs.
Well, why were you in jail?
I committed a crime.
I mean, was it a crime that was intended to make you money, or was it you just got out of hand one day?
Pretty much, I've done both of them. Gotten out of hand, and right now I'm kind of converted, religiously and otherwise, and I'm a good law-abiding citizen. Wouldn't do anything to get me locked up again to save my life.
Well, how did you get past your own post-traumatic stress disorder?
I'm not past it. I'm stressed out every day, and every time I hear somebody talking about black folk having opportunity, you put your foot on somebody for 400 years, release them, and then expect them to perform. It doesn't happen like that, and it's only been a few years. The opportunities, James Brown said it best, open up the door, I get it myself. Open the door, I get it myself. So opportunities have been offered to us, and some things have been offered to us, food stamps and reduced rates of rent and all this kind of stuff. What I'm saying is, most of the time, when a black person rose to the occasion, and I watched it from high school up, rose to the occasion, abided by those things that they said would get us ahead, they changed the rules. They changed the rules, Austin. If it was 4 chickens, when you get 4 chickens, they say it's 4.5.
I gotta say though, Nathan, I understand your point, and that happened to what was it, Lee Elder, AB, that was kept out of the Masters.
Oh yeah.
It has happened in the past, but in this day and age, I mean, there's so many people like the gentleman sitting next to me, Grady Abrams,
Right.
70 years old. He got his education. He raised a family.
Right.
He was able to do what it took to get by, and he did it. And he did it with a foot tied behind his back and a hand tied behind his back at the same time.
He's an exception to the rule. For everyone who abided by laws like he did, got the education that he got, at some point they were hindered and refused a job in favor of another man whose brother-in-law, sister, uncle, or cousin owned the doggone business.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it happens today the other direction.
Well, sort of, it does. I mean, there are better opportunities than they once were. But for conservatives and whites in particular to say that we cry too much, try having a foot on your head for 400 years, have the foot taken off, and then tell you to measure up.
Nathan, again, though, you didn't. Nathan, first of all, you're only 60 years old yourself.
Right.
But these folks that have been born since 1960, I take great exception at them citing slavery and this, that, and the other. The Jews were in bondage for 1,000 years. The Asians that are here came living under the threat of execution every day in their country.
Well, we lived under threat of execution back then, too. You look at a white woman there, saw your head off and your genitals.
I understand that, Nathan, but why are the Asians... Why were the Asians able to get past it in one generation when it's taken?
They didn't have a big nose, big lips, nappy head, and black skin. Now, when you find one like that who's educated, follow the rules, follow the laws, Austin, it's not his parents that assisted him and got him to the point, taught him manners, respect, and helped him with his schoolwork. These kids from the 60s, they don't have anybody to help them with their schoolwork. I was from the 60s, and my parents didn't have the kind of education that would allow them to give me the benefits of getting good grades. I did it on my own.
But wait a minute, Nathan. It doesn't take education. My grandfather and grandmother, my grandmother got through high school. My grandfather was an 8th grade dropout, got a GED in the Army, and yet he raised a very, very successful family. It doesn't take a college degree to raise children. But it...
You can't.
But there are plenty of black people that were able to do it.
Right. That doesn't even count. I mean, about the ones that did make it, because for everyone that did make it, 100 were held down. Austin.
Well, but there's nobody being held down today. And what can we do? And I'm almost willing to give people 50 and older a bit of a pass here. But what angers me is when you got a 25-year-old punk sticking his head in the microphone or his head in the camera, saying,
his hands down behind his behind.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I understand. What I'm saying is, it is there, and White said, quit bringing up the past. My parents didn't do it, our foreparents did it. Okay, no problem. We give you credit for that. And I think that you're a very decent human being. I don't agree with about maybe 30% of what you said, but you say it, and you say it with conviction, and you mean it. I don't think you have a prejudice bone in your body. There are blacks who do. I don't feel like that, and I enjoy listening.
Well, obviously you're smarter than they are, but that's
conservatives and whites should acknowledge that release from 400 years of having a foot pushed down on you in the ground is not the answer. And we blacks, we are not going to measure up that quickly, that fast, because our parents had nothing to offer us other than food on the table and wash our clothes by hand and hang them on the line.
Nathan, God bless you. I appreciate the call. And I'm tickled to death with your personal growth and your personal accomplishments since you first met us on the air at 401 Walton Way. That's amazing to me. Holy cow. We'll be back, wrap up the show with Grady Abrams just after this. If all this talk about the economy has got you down, well, Mary's Trash and Treasures has just the thing to pick you up. Savings, that's right. Save big money at Mary's Dining Room Table and Chair Sale. If you've been considering replacing your old dining room table and chairs, now's your chance to save hundreds of dollars on a brand new, beautiful new dining room table and set of chairs at Mary's Trash and Treasures. The selection at Mary's has never been better, and this is one opportunity you don't want to miss. Banquet-sized tables with 2 leaves, round tables with 1 leaf, round tables with outer leaves, and even their wonderful selection of farm tables, all included in this incredible sale. As always, these tables and chairs are in stock and ready for immediate delivery. And if you're one of those people that's been waiting for a sale before you make a big purchase, now is your time. And no better time of year than the holiday season. For all of those festive and family gatherings, why not enjoy the beauty of a new dining room set from Mary's Trash and Treasures, 1236 Broad Street in the heart of beautiful downtown Augusta. It's a new year and a new beginning, so get the new you started today at Gold's Gym. You can tighten up those soft spots, you can be in the best shape of your life, and you can lose 10, 20, or even 50 pounds by spring. In North Augusta, dial 803-279-8900. In Aiken, 803-648-4653 right now, and be one of the first 10 callers, and you'll pay only $19 a month. That's $19 a month. Plus, when you call and qualify, they're going to give you 2 free personal training sessions and, get this, 2 months free tanning. Call now. What have you got to lose besides weight? Make 2009 the best year ever. Be healthy and look great this year at Gold's Gym. North Augusta, 803-279-8900. Aiken, 803-648-4653. Get the free tanning. Get the free personal training sessions. What else do you have to look forward to other than a better-looking you? It's Gold's Gym. Call them now.
These days, more people are learning how to hang on to more of their money. That's why folks are choosing the Carpet Place for remodeling ideas. New carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and tile make great updates for the kitchen, the bathroom, the living room, pretty much any room in the house. The Carpet Place not only provides sales and installation, but Mike Johnson knows how things are, so he offers great names at great prices, including his famous 3 rooms of carpet up to 36 square yards for only $450, or a whole house full up to 80 square yards for only $9.99, with padding and installation. The Carpet Place features Armstrong vinyl at $4.99 a square yard, Bolu Berbers and plush carpet starting at 72 cents per square foot, laminate flooring starting at $1.49 per square foot, hardwood at $3.25, and if you've got investment properties, good quality rendered special carpet at only $6.50 a square yard. Call Mike Johnson at 706-737-0207, or better yet, pop in and save some money at the Carpet Place, 1824 Wilds Road behind Augusta Mall, 706-737-0207.
Cut your power bill. Get premium vinyl replacement windows just $189. Window World of the CSRA guarantees the lowest price because Window World is the nation's largest replacement window company. They have the buying power to keep their costs low and pass those savings along to you. Any size double hung window up to 48 by 78 inches with low and argon gas starting at $189. Beautiful white insulated double pane vinyl replacement windows which tilt in for easy cleaning. Window World, 211 Bobby Jones Expressway in Martinez across from Ryan's. Call and ask for Augusta's largest reference list with over 1,800 satisfied customers in the CSRA. Energy Star Partners, Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, and AAMA Gold Certified for your peace of mind. Vinyl replacement windows with a lifetime guarantee as low as $189 from Window World. Financing available with 6 months same as cash. Call today for a free estimate, 706-210-2525. It's Window World, simply the best for less. Window World, 706-210-2525.
Some love him, most don't. But you know you can't stop listening to him. Austin Rhodes, and he tells all weekdays at 3, only here on News Talk 580 WGAC. Depend on it.
All right, wrapping things up this afternoon, I think we have time for one more call here. Jack and Augusta will have the last comments for Grady Abrams. You're on the air, Jack. Go ahead.
Austin and Mr. Abrams, thank you so much for the best show I think I've ever heard. Mr. Abrams, do you write?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he got on my case pretty good a couple weeks ago.
And where is that? How can I read what you write?
Sometimes I write in the Chronicle and the Metro Spirit. That's where you can find my writings. I have 3 manuscripts that I've written, but I haven't gotten them published yet. Hopefully I'll do that in the future.
I would encourage you as an inveterate book reader, you have something to say so profound that just put it into print, please.
I'm going to try to do that.
So we can have that.
I have it already written, but I just hadn't gotten it published yet.
All right, God bless you, Jack. We appreciate the call.
Thank you for the
points.
call.
You've got a story, Grady, that we don't have time to get into this afternoon involving the murder of Carol Greggs. This young lady was abducted in your presence, I believe, wasn't she?
No, I found her body in her apartment.
Oh, that's right. She was
Yeah.
a friend of yours.
Yeah, she was a friend of mine.
And this is one of the unsolved murders that was put in the Augusta Chronicle, I guess, yesterday.
Yes.
I want to have you back sometime and tell us that whole sort of very sad business.
Okay.
You and I will not agree on everything, but I will agree with everybody who says you're a man of integrity. I appreciate what you do.
Thank you, Austin. I appreciate being here.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, gang. Have a good one. Hang in there.
News Talk 580 WGAC Augusta, WGAC FM Warrenton, Beasley Broadcast Group station, where news comes first.
CBS News. I'm Harley Carnes. The chair of the Senate Rules Committee, Democrat Dianne Feinstein of California, says Illinois Senate appointee Roland Burris should be sworn in. She says the governor, Rod Blagojevich, may be tainted by a corruption cloud, but he does have the right to name a successor to Barack Obama's Senate seat. This could be pivotal since it is the Rules Committee that decides whether Burris is qualified to serve, and Feinstein is saying he is. That's what Burris and his lawyer, Tim Wright, have been saying today.
We were not allowed to proceed to the floor for purposes of taking oath, all of which we think was improperly done, and it is against the law of this land.
The other empty seat in the Senate is Minnesota's. Republican Norm Coleman is fighting over that one, going to court to challenge Al Franken's super slim victory.
Let's take the time right now in this contested case to get it right. And then whoever is the winner, I believe, will be able to go forward with the trust and credibility of the people that no vote was counted more than once, and that there were uniform standards applied in the counting of all votes.
That court fight could tie up the Minnesota Senate seat for weeks, even months. You've seen him on CNN and on CBS News for years. Now Dr. Sanjay Gupta has reportedly been offered the U.S. Surgeon General post in the Obama administration. Gupta is a neurosurgeon in Atlanta. Israeli troops go after Hamas militants through hundreds of underground tunnels who surface inside buildings, including, according to witnesses, a UN school where children and others huddled for shelter. Those witnesses reportedly say Hamas fired first, and Israeli return fire left 30 people dead, including some of the children in that school.
I'm Dan Raviv in Washington, where President-elect Obama for the first time said something about the Gaza crisis. He said the loss of life there and in Israel is of deep concern to him.
Starting at the beginning of our administration, we are going to engage consistently in trying to resolve the conflicts that exist in the Middle East.
Guarded language, but this was not the total support of Israel we heard from President Bush.
The man who has led the State Department's counter-terror efforts for the last 18 months says he is impressed. Dell Daly says Mr. Obama evidently plans a more aggressive approach to helping friendly nations fight terrorism more effectively than the Bush administration has. Apple says you'll be able to make copies and transfer music you get from iTunes now, though you could pay as much as 30 cents extra for some of those tunes.
A lot of people are going to cheer Apple's decision to drop copy protection. People like the ability to play music on any device of choice. And Amazon and other online music sellers have already made this move. So hooray to Apple for catching up.
That's CNET tech analyst Larry Beck. Wall Street, the Dow up about 62 points, and Nasdaq gained 24, oil up 48.43 a barrel. This is CBS News.
You a technology professional job? Stop wasting time on general job sites, sifting through listings that are relevant to you. Go to Dice.com. For 17 years, Dice, the #1 technology job board, has focused exclusively on tech jobs. Go to Dice.com to find tens of thousands of jobs all across the country. Software engineers, managers, Dice.com today. Dice.com.
Medicare Part B, you'll be about the code somewhere. Wonder seniors are choosing America's most trusted pharmacy. Shopping around for, so join prescriptions to Walgreens. Shopping your bubble and through the rest. Convenience. You'll be safe for knowing pharmacy. All your medicine. Walgreens most plans.
New office for Parkinson's.
Electrical stimulation to the brain gives Parkinson's disease patients Access, a study in Association, Francis Weaver.
Patients who underwent brain stimulation significant improvement in their motor function.
Richard Seeger opens his shed and easily pulls out a wheelbarrow. CBS News.
Missed his school bus, but to get started driving school. Didn't get the car before he wrecked. Cruz is fortunate. Did forget to put on